What's up, friends? Ernie Beck here. I am going to do a product review for what I consider to be a high quality stick combination for all those dad players out there that are looking to get back into it and want to pick up a stick but don't want to drop $200 on one. So I was going to review today the Burned-by-Lax Elite Onset and the SavageX Titanium 7 shaft. I think I paid $49.99, so $50 for the strung onset head. It's funny that they call it onset because it's actually extremely offset if you look at it. And then I paid $19.99 plus shipping for the Titanium 7 SavageX Pro shaft. So here's the review. It's got a relatively nice pinch on it, not too much, not too little, not too wide. You know, for those dad players that remember the 90s when we would put a stick head in the microwave, nuke it up a little bit, and then wrap a leather belt around it, right? So nice pocket, pre-strung. If you take a look at this, I'm gonna throw this to my dog so she leaves me alone. Okay, ready? Here you go. Go get it. Okay, so if you take a look at the back here, it's interesting. It's got two side screws that kind of go in at an angle. I watched the review from ECD where it said that with newer shaft with sort of the scalloped rib here, that could create an air gap and therefore make it rattle. I was a little worried about that, but in all honesty, I haven't noticed that issue personally. With the head, I feel like those two screws went in really nicely. You know, it comes with some high quality tap screws that keep it on there nice and secure. If you look at the design here, the head is really rigid, really strong. I've played in a couple games with it, and it's worked well so far. The stringing was done very nicely. Came with a nice mid pocket. Let me see if I can get the ball from the dog. We got Lax dog over here. Okay, so let me pop that in. You can sort of see where the ball sits, right? So I'm gonna push that in there. So you take a look at that. That's the pocket it came with right out of the bag, right? At first, wasn't thrown with much whip. I had to go in and adjust the shooters a little bit. And then once I did that, it really worked well. It's got nice accuracy. It's got a nice rip on it. It catches nice. It feels good when you're cradling. So all in all, I'd say, you know, some of the negatives, really, like I said, it didn't come with this butt plate. I had to rip one off and stick it on there, and that seemed to help out. And then, you know, I've heard some comments about sort of the indentations here where it popped out of the mold. I mean, you know, look, for 50 bucks, it is what it is, right? It's a $50 head. It works well. I think for the value pre-strung, I think it's definitely worth checking out. I got the Titanium 7 here. So I'll flip this over to this side. You can see what I'm talking about. There it is, Titanium 7. This was a $20 shaft, titanium certified shaft. Says it meets aerospace specs for titanium alloys. And you know, for $20, I had to check it out, right? So if you notice it, it's I got the white finish. It comes with the scalloped ribs here. So I can get a better view. Sorry, I'm not a very good camera person here on YouTube. But you can see it's got a nice clean finish. It's slightly textured. It's not too shiny. You could use this without tape. I think you'd be okay, but you know, I usually like to tape mine up. I'm in between tapes at the moment, but you can see it's got a nice scalloped bevel here on the ribs. Makes for a good grip. It's light. I believe the specs on this are 161 grams. So that's fairly light when compared to other shafts you're gonna find on the market. Again, at $19.99 when I bought this, I think right now as of recording this, it's now up to $24.95, but still $25, right? That's cheap when you look at other shafts out there on the market. You know, if there's no warehouse or, you know, distribution channel or sales and marketing, if it's all pretty bare bones, then you can cut a lot of those costs out and pass it on to the consumer. So anyway, all together, this stick, right, 70 bucks, 80 I think when you factor in shipping. Great deal. I'm gonna go ahead and throw around with it for